Today's Art Tips Tuesday is just really about saying that being able to draw a perfect circle or a face or some aesthetically pleasing image is not something, or is not a requirement for you to be a great artist. Basically, artists come in all different forms, and it's all about trying to communicate your perspective to the world, or sparking the discussion, or trying to talk about a topic or whatever, trying to communicate your idea in a new and interesting way. A lot of the artists that I love do that in very interesting ways that are non-traditional. So you don't have to be able to draw a circle or anything like that. So anyone can be an artist, anyone. And really, it's just about exploring and creating in new ways. I love this installation right here. I would have never thought of it, but because someone did, I really appreciate that. One of my artists that I love in Redline right now does a lot of miniatures, and just seeing how, that perspective that, I don't know, was 1/60th or something like that is really interesting, because seeing that, I put myself in that little figure's point of view, and then I start to think of the world in a different way. So, you want to start to spark that conversation. You want to start to figure out different ways of how do I communicate this to someone? How do I change the way they think? How do I, just get them outside the box in a new way that's interesting and unique? So that's what really art for me is about. The main thing is being able to draw and being able to do characters or whatever is not a requirement for you to be a great artist, because I hear that all the time. I'm not an artist, I can only draw stick figures. That, stick figure, you can create art out of that. You can do that in some specific way. There's a photographer that takes photos of dogs jumping in water, and like that split second to where, they hit the water is basically part of her most famous body of work. And that's a really interesting thing, because it's like a split second that you get to see of this reaction when a dog hits the water. And usually you don't think about that, but you got to look inside of your own background and your own life and pull those different pieces out. That's the one thing that great artists do, is they take different parts of their own life, because each one of us is unique, and then they kind of figure out a way to kind of put that into the world and communicate that in an odd way, or a different way, and unique way, a way that people haven't seen before. And that, for me, is what makes great art, and it helps me to think in a different way, because now I'm thinking, oh, if I hit the water in that way, would I look like that type of thing? Or, if I was this small as a miniature, how would I look? It makes me think about, how I relate to the world, how significant am I, and how powerful am I. So definitely keep that in mind. If you're not someone who draws really well, that does absolutely has no bearing on whether you're a great artist or not. Definitely just keep pushing forward and doing your thing. Peace.